All right. Hello and welcome everyone to another inventRight.com TV show. Mr. Stephen Key, and my name is Andrew Krause. And we do these shows because we like doing them, and we have a lot of fun educating you guys about the licensing process, selling your ideas for royalties. Stephen's very, very psyched up. He's eating his nuts there. What are you eating there, Stephen? Pretzels, nuts?
I have a little snack tray.
Yeah, you're just making me so hungry, man.
My wife brings me a little snack tray.
That's nice. Wow. Gosh, I'm jealous. All right.
Hey, I've been married almost 28 years, so I get a little snack tray.
That's what you get for 20 years. It didn't happen at 18 or 19, but starting 20, that's when you got the snack tray.
You got to put in a few more years before you get your snack tray.
Okay. So today you wanted to talk a little bit about the fact international students, the fact that you can do this anywhere, right?
Yeah, I think, and it's important for people to know that you can license ideas anywhere in the world. You can live anywhere in the world because today it's a global economy. Companies want ideas. We have students. In fact, we have a lot of students recently from Israel to some guy that lives. He lives in the Yukon, up in Canada, someplace in a really teeny little.
Fabian, he's just one of our students.
In fact, he licensed 7 ideas to one company. But they're all over the world, from Australia, the UK. They're everywhere, and they're licensing ideas to companies, not here in the United States, which is great, but also to other companies all over the place. So it's a good time.
Well, I'm gonna ask you some questions that people always ask us. Well, don't you need to fly out and meet with these companies? How could you do that? How could we have Tomer in Israel, and then we have our student in Australia, and then we have other students all over the place? How can we do that?
No, Andrew, that's a great question. No, we teach everyone that you don't have to do that. You can do everything through email. In fact, no one likes to talk on the phone anymore. It's actually perfect now.
Yeah, but we emphasize you do need to get on the phone periodically, help them realize you're a human being, and then maybe a phone call.
No! Andrew hates us. You never have to pick up the phone ever again.
No, you don't. He's just messing with us, guys. He knows that's not true.
Andrew hates that when I say that. You guys, but here's what's happened. Most people don't want to talk on the phone anymore. So when you first start out, you can email companies. You can get the right person's email. You can start a conversation out through email. They prefer it. They don't know you. You don't know them. So it's kind of like this pre-dating, get to know each other. And then once you start to kind of like each other, then you can pick up the phone and talk. Andrew, I think that's common these days. This whole generation, I don't know, people are so busy. They don't pick up their phone. You don't want to leave a voice message. Send them an email. But these emails have to have good subject lines. You got to keep them short and to the point. You got to be professional. You really have to step your game up a little bit. You got to make sure you have a signature when you send an email. I mean, I get so many emails that someone sends an email, there's no signature.
Well, that doesn't look good. And it doesn't have to be fancy. It's just your name, and you can make up a company name like Stephen Key. That's his name, Stephen Key Design. Product developer, phone number, email. And if you're an international student, they're going to have difficulty calling you in the Ukraine or wherever you are. Just put your email. That's fine. But it looks professional. It's like I
cannot tell you. When I see a professional signature on an email, I know someone's in business.
Yeah.
You know how many times you see them, and I'm like, what do they do? Who are they? So that's the first thing. Number 2, I told you earlier, I would reach out through LinkedIn first, just so you get the right person's name, type in the company, find someone in sales or marketing, ask them a simple question. Do not send them pages and pages of who you are and what you've done.
Oh my God, no.
No one will read it. And don't send them a link. Don't send them a link because they won't go to it. Yeah. Because they've been taught. Who knows where? You know what it is, Andrew? You have to kind of go slow. Ask them, hey, I'm a product developer. Want to submit an idea to your company. What is the correct process? We talked about that.
Yeah.
Take it slow. But the bottom line is, what's really fun about this, you can do this anytime, anywhere, and we're seeing it happen every day. People licensing ideas. Here's the other question you didn't ask me.
Yeah.
And I'm taking advantage of you because I know you're tired right now.
You're having me ask questions. You're asking the questions.
I'm going to give you a question to ask me. Well, what about protection? I mean, do you know?
Oh, if you're not in the U.S., and so you can file. I'm going to answer that. You can file a U.S. provisional patent no matter where you're anywhere in the world. We get this question all the time. It's still $65. It doesn't matter if you're a citizen of Australia or of China or of Europe or Canada or the U.S. It's still $65. You have the exact same protections of any U.S. citizen. And so use it. Use it. Now, I want to address what you talked about earlier, Stephen, with the emails. A lot of international students, English is not their first language. You do not need to be perceived as a captain of industry. If they like your idea and your English is a little rough, not a lot rough, but a little rough on the phone, that's fine. But when you're emailing, if your English is a lot rough, have somebody that speaks English proofread your emails before you send them. Because I get some emails that are just, it's so broken English. It's like, I have no idea what this person is talking.
Isn't there software that fixes that? I mean, can't you do
There is, but it doesn't. Google
it's pretty good,
translator doesn't always do it right. And so I would have a native English speaker.
Okay. Why not? Have someone review it. Have someone edit it.
Yeah.
I mean, you could find someone, if that's your problem, you could find someone on Fiverr or some freelance person to edit all your emails for nothing. Like
$5 an email or $3 an email. You send them 5 emails for different points in the process, and they review them all. So
I'm feeling pretty good. I've just had a couple snacks, and I'm feeling a little bit better. Andrew, you need snacks at the end of the day.
I do. I need snacks. So you need to when you do this as an international inventor, you are at no disadvantage. You are not. Now, I'm going to tell you one area where you're at an advantage. We talked about this on a recent webinar. Our students make assumptions, U.S. students, about the retailers, because when you're making a list of companies, they're like, oh, these retailers are near me, and so they must be everywhere. And there might be a different set of retailers in the East Coast or the West Coast. Our international students don't make those assumptions. They go on, they find a large list of retailers, and thus a larger list of potential licensees. So sometimes people are like, well, I'm not familiar with U.S. retailers. I'm like, great, you won't make any assumptions like U.S. do. It's not a bad thing, it's a good thing.
Andrew, when I first started out with no internet and fax machines.
Yeah, you've been licensing for 30 years, dude. You didn't have the internet.
No, but the process was the same. I had a fax machine. I used to send my ideas through the fax machine. So, it's so easy today, Andrew. The whole thing is easy. You can communicate with anybody around the world. You can live anywhere you want to. And you don't have to fly out, dance on the table, and you don't have to file patents, and half the time you don't have to build prototypes. It's so easy for everybody to do it, and we're seeing it every single day. So there you go.
Yeah, definitely. Okay, so if you live anywhere around the world, you can do this just like anybody in the U.S. That's the point we're trying to make.
Yep.
If you like the show, give us a thumbs up below, subscribe to our channel. We'll catch up with you in the next inventRight.com TV show. Take care and keep inventing. Bye-bye.